welcome back to another empties video on this channel. You know what's crazy, you guys? The last empties video, unless I just can't find it on my playlist and stuff, was September 2016. That seems absurd to me that that was the last time that I filmed an empties, because that would have been like a month after I moved my nail business home. But why would I brought a bunch of garbage home to film it? I can't believe that's the last one that I posted. Anyway, if you've never seen a nail empties video, what it is I basically save a whole bunch of garbage to share with you guys in this video. Jokes. But I do save all of my empty products that I've been using up over the last, I guess, year and a little bit here, just about year and a half. I sit down, film a video showing you guys all the products that I've used up, tell you whether or not I would repurchase them, and give you my final thoughts on what I think of them. For the most part, if I'm using a product, it means that I like it and that I will more than likely be repurchasing it. But in some situations, I'm just throwing the product out because I didn't like it, or because it's not used up all the way and I just got tired of using it. We'll get into that a little bit more as we go through each individual product, and I will give you guys my thoughts and opinions on them. Another thing I should say is keep in mind that when I'm going through these products, I only take about 5 to 7, 8 clients a week at the very most. For the most part, I'm only doing about 5 clients a week. So when I say that I'm going through these in about a year and a half, that's just with that limited clientele. You definitely have to judge how quickly you go through products based on your clientele. So the first thing that I used up is this giant tub of acetone. I just buy, seriously you guys, the cheapest acetone that I can find. The cheapest place that I have found to get acetone is from Alberta Beauty System. I use acetone to soak off gel polish nails, but not for the duration of leaving it on the nails. I only leave it on for maybe 30 seconds because I don't like the idea of my clients sitting in acetone, or yeah, I just don't like the idea of soaking it off for a long period of time, but I do use it for that. Sometimes I will use acetone for stamping, if I want to clean off my plates or clean off stamping tools or anything. But honestly, you guys, I don't use acetone very often. I don't even know if I've showed an empty acetone container in any of my videos before, because this will do me well, now that I'm hardly working, this would do me a few years in all honesty. But use that up. The next thing that I used up, but I didn't fully use this one up, OPI Avo Juice and Violet Orchid. Now, do you guys know, are they discontinuing the OPI Avo Juices? Because I'm having a hard time finding these. Can't find them at my Cosmoprof. I used to get them at Alberta Beauty Systems, but I just don't know if they're discontinuing this. This is my favorite lotion though. I love the OPI Avo Juices though. I feel like this lotion is a nice thin lotion. They all smell super good. It doesn't matter what scent you get, they smell really good. But it's a type of lotion that absorbs into the skin quickly, so if my clients need to leave and open a door or something like that, they can easily do it with this lotion. I love this lotion. I've tried using other lotions in my nail studio for the end of the service when I lotion up my clients' hands, and I always go back to my OPI Avo Juice. So let me know, ow. So let me know if they're discontinuing this. One of these giant things of Avo Juice does me forever, and I'm not even done it. I think there's still probably this much left in it, but the reason that I'm getting rid of it is because I honestly think that it's gone bad. It doesn't smell as good as it used to, and I wanted to bust out a different scent. So I've since switched to a different scent, and I will keep using that one, but yeah, hopefully I can find it. I couldn't even find the Christmas ones this year, so I don't know. I hope they're not discontinuing it because it's my favorite lotion. So I went through a couple of these air dusters. I actually featured this in a favorites video at one point because I love using these. If you have dust in your nail studio, you need to get yourself some air dusters. These ones I want to say just came from Staples, something like that. I just got them from an office supply store. But what they are is they're designed to remove dust on keyboards or your printers or any small little nooks and crannies. These little air dusters work so well for the nail studio. They work really well for dusting my polish racks behind me. They work really well for dusting off my electric file because sometimes I'll get dust on top of it. If you're doing any sort of e-filing or hand filing in the nail studio, you guys know you're gonna get dust everywhere. Because I have my vacuum system, I don't have to worry too much about dust. Whenever I do hand filing, there is dust kind of flying around. I use this the most on my nail desk as well as dusting my polish racks back there. But thanks to you guys, when I shared this in that video, somebody let me know that you can get a giant pack of these at Costco. My Costco doesn't always carry them, but I did find it there recently. I did pick up a giant pack of these, so that should last me quite a while. As you can see, I've gone through 2, so I do go through these rather quickly. Okay, some of these things I've gone through more than one of, but I didn't keep the packaging to keep track of how many I've gone through. But I know that I've gone through a few of my packs of my Light Elegance Big Wipes. I love Light Elegance Big Wipes. I'm pretty sure that I featured these in my Ride or Die video as well. They're just like a glorified paper towel, I guess you would say, that fits perfectly across your nail station. It works really well because I find that when I'm hand filing, it almost traps the dust in the Big Wipe as opposed to a paper towel where it just kind of sits on top. I remember I ran out of these and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna bring any more in. I'm just not gonna worry about it. And I miss them like crazy. Like, paper towel just does not do the same trick. I absolutely love my Light Elegance Big Wipes. 100% will be repurchasing them. I'm down to, I think I have about 10 left in my drawer, and I'm hoping that I added them to my order the last time that I placed an order with Can West, because I do not want to run out of these again. Another staple from Light Elegance is the Light Elegance Cleansing Wipes. I love the Light Elegance Cleansing Wipes for multiple different reasons. I love that they're 100% lint free. They don't particularly hold the moisture as well as some of the other wipes I've tried on the market, but I'm okay with that because I find that I don't get so much moisture in my brushes, and therefore my brushes don't dry out as quick. I also find that because they don't hold a whole ton of my moisture and they're nice kind of firm, thinner wipes, so when I'm going to wipe off the gel product on my wipe, it seems to remove it a lot better. I love using them for glitter on my glitter gel brushes because I find that it gets a lot of the glitter out way better than any other wipe that I've used on the market. But if you like a wipe that holds a lot of moisture, you might not like those ones. So I love them. They're my hands down staple cleansing wipes. I've tried so many wipes on the market and I always go back to my Light Elegance cleansing wipes. Okay, the next thing that I went through is my Fusion Clear Base. You guys know that the main baseline that I use is Fusion products. Now, if you see any Fusion products in the white packaging, this is their UV formula. If you see it in the black packaging, it's their UV and LED formula. So I did go through one of the UV ones, and this is the 25 grams. Clear base lasts me a really long time. You don't need very much clear base. All it does is provides a barrier between the natural nails and then like your next embedding steps if you're going to embed your color or your clear gels or whatever you're going to use, or any arts like any glitters or anything like that. But because you just need such a thin layer, I don't go through these very much. I'm working on a 50 gram right now that I've been using for like, I want to say about a year. I always get a little nervous when I've got about a quarter left because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna run out of this soon, but you don't. Like, a little goes a long way. Okay, so I did go through 2 of my 50 gram Fusion 2.5s. These I would have finished up before I took boot camp. I took boot camp in July, I think. So these I would have used up before then, because after boot camp I switched to Fusion 5. If you're wondering what the difference between the two of them are, Fusion 2.5 is a lot more runny than Fusion 5. Fusion 2.5 is more rigid, so it's really good for your clients who maybe are switching from acrylics over to gel. There's not as much give in Fusion 2.5 as there is in Fusion 5. Since boot camp, I have switched to Fusion's 5 because I'm finding that I like being able to place my gel product where I put it and it just stay there. 2.5 is runny, so it moves around a little bit more. I have to work a little bit more quickly with Fusion 2.5, and with Fusion 5 I feel like I have more time to play, and I'm really loving Fusion 5. Speaking of Fusion 5, I did go through one 50 gram jar of Fusion 5 as well. I did finish off my Nail Innovations cleanser. This is a 1 liter one. This one took me a long time to finish up. Nail Innovations cleanser is very similar to Fusion's cleanser. It's very similar to some of the other cleansers that I've used on the market. This worked well for me, but I've since switched to my Fusion cleanser because I love the smell of the Fusion watermelon cleanser. So I won't be repurchasing the Nail Innovations one, but it's not because it wasn't good or anything like that. It's just that I prefer the watermelon scent of the Fusion cleanser. Okay, 2 cuticle oils that I sort of finished up but didn't. This one is the California Mango Cuticle Oil. I liked this cuticle oil. The reason that it is like in the empties container is because there's like stuff floating in it. I think I must have got like hair in it or something. I don't even know what's going on with that, but it looks disgusting. There's totally something floating around in it. The California Mango Cuticle Oil smells really good, works really well. I don't really have complaints about any cuticle oils that I've tried. A lot of them are really good on the market. I especially love these extreme nail cuticle oils. This one was just the almond scented one, but But they have a whole bunch of different scents of this one. I like this packaging better though, the Extreme Nail one, because it has the little eyedropper. I feel like that's much more sanitary than say this one that has the brush, because as you guys can see, I've got some gunkies in it from it having a brush on it, whereas this one you don't have to worry about that. So I usually look for a cuticle oil that has a dropper on it as opposed to a brush, or like the Light Elegance or Fusion ones that have like a top like this, because I feel like it's just more sanitary to use it than a brush. Okay, the next two things that I used up were my Orly Instant Artists in black and white. I didn't go through these all the way to like completion. The reason that these are in my empties is because they dried up. So that sucks, because the Orly Instant Artists water-based paints, they don't make them anymore. These are my favorite paints for doing like zebra print or leopard print, which I will have a video on, or it's already up. If it's up, I'll post it in the cards. If it's not, then it'll be up soon. But I've tried so many different art mediums for painting zebra, and I always go back to my Orly Instant Artists. It's gonna suck when I run out of these, you guys, though, because I can't believe that they discontinued them. I love the Orly Instant Artists so much, and when I used to do a lot more animal print painting or like floral hand painting, I would use those all the time. So I'm sorry that you can't get them. If you do see Orly Instant Artists, it's more than likely the lacquer and not the water-based paint. The lacquer I don't like as much. I don't find it as easy to paint with because it is technically a nail polish. The water-based paints worked a heck of a lot better for me. I did use up a Sally Hansen nail polish for stamping. This is in number 421 Cherry Fast. This is a gorgeous type of like fuchsia purple color. Again, I didn't finish this to completion, but it dried up. You guys, I swear I like close my packaging, but at the same time, I think sometimes when I've used it on my clients and then when it sits on my desk before I put it away, I think that that's where I might have left it open a little bit, and I think that that's why it dried up. This was a great stamping polish color though. The Sally Hansen Insta-Dri polishes do work really well. Some of the colors aren't as pigmented. If you get like a pearly type of finish one, they're not typically as pigmented as say like a metallic or a creamy finish. So if you're looking at them in the store, the creamy ones are the way to go. They are a lot more pigmented and work a lot better. I don't think you can get this color anymore though, Cherry Fast. If I could get it, I would 100% get it again. I just don't think I can. I think I've looked in the stores and I just can't find it. Okay, sticking with stamping polish, I did use up one of my Conad white stamping polishes. I will not be repurchasing Conad though. It's because I find that Conad white is nowhere near as comparable in pigmentation to the clear jelly stamper whites. If I go back and I look at pictures from me when I used to use Conad white versus clear jelly stamper white, Conad is splotchy, it's almost like watered down looking, it's nowhere near as pigmented, and it doesn't stamp as good. There's a lot of like spots where the product is missing on the nails, whereas with clear jelly I don't have to worry about it. Clear jelly white is just like a smooth, even finish of white, whereas the Conad one does not stamp like that at all. Okay, speaking of clear jelly stamper, I did go through a clear jelly stamper white stamping polish. This is another one that I did not use to completion. It dried out, and the reason that this one dried out is because I do find that the clear jelly stamper polishes dry out in their packaging really quickly if you take the top off at all. So you want to make sure with your clear jelly stamping polishes that you are sealing that up like as soon as you're done using it. With Conad, I didn't have this problem, but with clear jelly you do. So definitely make sure that you're sealing your clear jelly stamping polishes so that you don't lose any and none of them dry out. That is, I guess you would say a complaint from clear jelly, but at the same time, the reason that they dry up so fast is because they're so pigmented, and that the reason they work so well is because they dry so fast. So definitely make sure that you're sealing your clear jelly stamper lids. The next stamping polish I used up was my Caption Rewind Repeat silver polish that you can use for stamping. My favorite, hands down, silver stamping polish of life. The clear jelly stamper one is nice too, but the clear jelly stamper silver polish is a little bit darker, almost a little bit more of a pewter tone than this one, whereas I find the Caption silver is just like the perfect lighter silver metallic color. So I definitely will be repurchasing this one again. I have two of them already in my stash because I don't want to run out of it at all, and they stamp really nice. The caption polishes in general, I don't find stamped very good. Like as a whole, in my personal opinion, they don't stamp near as comparable to clear jelly. But any of the metallics from Caption do stamp really well. Okay, let's move on to some crystal products. I went through 2 crystal glues. I went through my NOP brush on sealant, and I went through my Elite brush on resin. Both of these work really well for Swarovski crystal application. I do have a video on how I apply Swarovski crystals, or you can watch any of my Watch Me Works because they more than likely have crystal application in them. But the main differences between these is the Elite brush on resin dries way quicker than any sort of resin that I've used on the market for applying Swarovski crystals, which is one of the reasons that I love it. But because it dries so quickly, sealed the packaging shut before, so that's kind of an up and a down to the Elite brush on resin. The NOP brush on sealant is the first like resin that I ever really used. It works really well. It's comparable to Light Elegance's knit brush on nail glue that I use currently. It's definitely a good crystal glue applicator, so any of these work really well though. There's a lot on the market. The main difference that I notice is with Elite. Everything else I don't really notice too much of a difference with. Okay, 2 Swarovski crystal applicators that I'm throwing out. This one is the Crystal Katana. Has seen better days. Oh my gosh, this crystal picker upper has seen better days. This end has fallen off and it's like I can't even get it back on, and it's not like I treat this really bad. It just like literally this Crystal Katana fell apart. I've had this for years. Like before the Crystal Katana was even like a huge big thing, I had this and I like it. I don't love the Crystal Katana. I just find that it's like, it's big, it's bulky. This head wears down really, really quickly. I believe you can get interchangeable heads that go on it though. And also the little dotting tool at the end just gunks up so much. I more than likely will not be repurchasing a Crystal Katana. And then the next thing that I'm throwing out is this one, which is a Crystalline. Both of these I got from Rhinestones Unlimited years ago. I can't even remember what was on the end of this one, you guys. This one, like if you watch my crystal video, I might have showed this one in it, but the reason that I'm throwing it out is just because I like my Ugly Duckling Blinger tool so much more. That is the one that I use all the time. 4 brushes. 2 of them are the Light Elegance Oval number 4 brushes. You guys know that these are my favorite brushes for color gel application. I love them for many different reasons. I find that the head is like the perfect shape to get nice and close to the cuticles. These apply color gels like a dream. I absolutely love my Light Elegance Oval number 4 brushes. I will 100% be repurchasing these. These are my brushes that I use for color gel all the time. Speaking of gel brushes, I have 2 from Ugly Duckling that I've gone through in the last year and a half. This brush, the only reason I'm throwing this one out is because I messed up the head there. Other than that, it works fine. I don't know, maybe, is there some way you can bring this brush head back to life? Like it's just kinked on that one side there. I've tried to apply like clear gel to the brush and like worked it all in. I've tried a lot of different things, but if you guys have any tips for bringing that back, 100% comment below and let me know. But I am throwing out this one, which I think was like one of my first Ugly Duckling brushes, like one of my first Ugly Duckling gel brushes. And I'm throwing this one out because I started to do that on the side as well. And I've trimmed it a little bit and it's just completely lost its shape. But these gel brushes do me a really long time. When I used to use the LCN Pro Tech NA1 brushes for my clear gel application, I was going through those ones like crazy. Like I would go through one like every month, I swear. But I don't do that with the Ugly Duckling ones. The Ugly Duckling ones last a long time. My only complaint is the cap. Like the cap is good on the brush. It's good to protect it. It's good to keep it out of like UV lights and all that. But I do find that it is kind of difficult to get the cap over top of the brush after. Okay, so top glosses that I've gone through. I went through 3 of my Ugly Duckling UV no wipe top gloss. I love the Ugly Duckling no wipe top glosses. They work so well. They're super, super shiny, easy application. Love the brush on them. I'm just currently playing around with some other top glosses that I've gotten into my collection. So I haven't been using Ugly Duckling no wipe lately, but that's not to say that I wouldn't repurchase it again because I do love the Ugly Duckling no wipe. So I only went through 1 of my Fusion Griptions. This is another product from Fusion that lasts me a really long time. Fusion Gription is my hands down favorite primer of life. When I switched to the Fusion line, I stopped having like any problems with lifting. I absolutely love my Fusion Encryption. Now Fusion Encryption is both LED and UV curable, so it speeds up my time a little bit because I don't have to wait for it to cure for a full 2 minutes before I move on to my next step. Okay, I went through 2 of my clear jelly stamper like heads. And the reason that I've gone through these is because I did not take good care of these. When you're stamping with the clear jelly stamper products, you want to make sure that you're always capping your clear jelly stamper after. You also want to make sure that instead of really like pushing on the nails like this with your clear jellies, you want to make sure that you're rolling it super fast flicking motion. I wasn't doing that initially with these products, and that's why I've gone through 2 of them, especially on my clients who have pointy nails. I was just cramming the stamping in my clients' nails like this, and so if they had pointy nails, it was creating dents in my clear jelly stamper. You never want to clean your clear stampers with like acetone or nail polish remover or anything like that. Definitely use a lint roller, but if your lint roller has like dust or anything on it, it can 100% create little indents in your clear stampers. It can also cause that dust to transfer onto the clear stampers. So, okay, a glitter gel that I am doing away with. This is Light Elegance's Pure Purple. And the ones that I'm going to show you for cutaway clips here are like my fresh ones, my new ones. They're not these like gunked up ones. So just so you can get an idea of what the shade looks like. But Pure Purple is the perfect purple glitter gel. It is concentrated. It is like a medium bright type of purple gel. I use this all the time if my clients want a solid purple gel. They don't want like any multicolors to it or anything like that. I reach for that one all the time. Hands down, favorite purple glitter gel. Will 100% be repurchasing it. I have been working on my Light Elegance Crystal Glitter Gel for years. I use Light Elegance's Crystal for glitter fades, so if I'm going to use the concentrated color, like let's say the Pure Purple, right at the free edge, and then I fade it down the nail, then I will take something that's like an iridescent color like Crystal, and I would fade Crystal from the purple into the natural nail. I will also use this a lot for backgrounds, like if I wanted to do some hand painting on a nail or like a full stamping image and I just wanted a little glitter to pop, I would use Crystal for it. Crystal is a transparent multicolored rainbow glitter gel. It was 100% in my top 10 glitter gels from Light Elegance video. I use this all the time. I'm surprised that this might have been my second one. I might be lying saying that this is my first one, but I have been working on this one for a while. I have a new one in my collection. I would never not be without Crystal in my collection. This is another one of those gels that I would never be without, and this is Light Elegance's Iridescent. Iridescent is again one of those transparent glitter gels, but this has a lot more gold to it, whereas Crystal has a lot more rainbow color to it. And in all honesty, I'm not even like completely done this one, but this one started to go hard and I can't even like really scrape it out anymore. And the reason that this one went hard is it's because this is really old packaging, you guys. This is like one of their like first type of packaging, and it is completely see-through. So I honestly think when I was working at my last nail studio space where I had a lot more sunlight coming in, that's what happened, is it cured through it. Next glitter gel that I went through is Light Elegance's North Pole. North Pole is a gorgeous glitter gel for winter nails. It is a multicolored iridescent chunky glitter gel, so it differs from Crystal in the fact that it's a little bit more chunky, but the glitters in it are almost like pink and like light tones. I use this a lot for Christmas and winter nails, and North Pole came out in a collection for Christmas years ago that is like my favorite winter collection that Light Elegance ever came out with. It came out at the same time as Little Red Sled. There was one called, it was like Frosty or something like that. I don't know. That collection was an amazing winter collection. I absolutely love that collection. It is another one of those colors that's really good for glitter fades. Again, because it's like the see-through multicolored effect, I would use a color that's concentrated at the tip and fade that one from that color into the natural nail. And because it's a little bit more chunky, it just adds a little bit of more dimension to the nail than say something like Crystal. I have used North Pole and Crystal in combination together. There's so much versatility with all of those glitter gels. Okay, and the very last thing that I have to share with you guys for empties is my Light Elegance's white swimsuit. This is just the small size. I think this is like the 5 mils. And I actually got this when I attended, I'm pretty sure, Selena Ryden's workshop, and I had white swimsuit. Like, it had always been a favorite of mine. But I got this one in that workshop and I used this one up in like no time. I was scraping the bottoms of it. If you guys saw it in any of my Watch Me Works from the 12 Days of Christmas series. And I finally used this one up. I've used this one in combination with like my bigger 17 mil packaging as well, but sometimes I'll interchange them. The one that I'm currently using is just the UV formula, whereas this is the UV LED one. So I will have to purchase another white swimsuit. No, I think I did purchase another white swimsuit. Yes, I'm pretty sure I have another one as a backup. Hands down, favorite white of life. I will reach for this one over Perfect White a lot of the time because I feel like this works better on so many different skin tones. Whereas Perfect White, I sometimes feel like, not that it can look like white out on the nails, but you guys know how I feel about bright whites on nails. So I definitely gravitate towards white swimsuit a lot more, and I love the pearl finish. It goes so nicely if you want to pair it with like pearl Swarovskis, or if you want to do like, if you want to take some of Glitter Heaven's white magic or pink and purple magic over top of it. Oh, it looks stunning. It looks so, so good. That was all my empties, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you an idea of a whole bunch of different products that I've used up in the last year and a bit. I cannot believe it took me that long to film an empties video. I did not want to haul all of this garbage to the new house, so I'm so glad that I took the time to film this video for you. What products have you guys been using up lately? Are they some of the same products that I've been using up? Hopefully it won't take me as long to film another empties video for you guys, because I will get better at doing it sooner, because I probably could have filmed this a lot sooner than I actually did. Make sure you're following me on all my social media, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!